Hello, my name is Pamela and I am from Venezuela. And as usual, I'm really excited to prepare this type of videos or material because it is something that allows me to feel fulfilled, especially to this healthy or healing process that I'm going through. And for the ones of you who have actually watched my previous video, you already know the experience that I have had. And the one who hasn't, you can check on it and you can know a little bit more about me. So why am I actually doing these type of videos in English as well? Because I do not want to only give this message to the Spanish speakers audience, but the people who doesn't speak Spanish as well. Because everyone, no matter our culture, no matter our language, we go through different situations that sometimes are very dangerous for us, and especially because we're very ignorant about the topic. And this type of topic, we shouldn't be ignorant and we should have the knowledge, because that would allow us to have the strength to make better decisions that are going to be better for us. And that's why I would like to start with the topic of today, that is that cognitive dissonance. And many of you maybe haven't heard about this before, many of you have. And I would like to take advantage to say that this is when there is a kind of like conflict between your moral and whatever that you think is good or wrong with the actions that you're committing into that moment. And because that difference or that incongruence can cause a lot of pain, you start creating this narrative inside of you that will allow you just to feel better and relief, even though you know that what you're doing is wrong. So I would like to start with an example of it. And the example is that, for example, when someone, sorry because I said the word example so many times, when someone goes to the military service, and that killing is a crime, it is something that is a sin, and even the church is being said like that, but they have to go to war. And of course they have to kill people in order for them just to save their life and just to serve for the nation. And they're going to create this narrative where they are justifying their action in order for them to feel good about themselves, even though they know they're committing a crime. And this is actually something that is very common when we are into a relationship. And sadly, when we have our emotions being involved, it is something really common when we start having this narrative inside of us that says, okay, but he's doing this because he loves me, or I know he can change or she can change. I know that he's or she's having a bad day and maybe that's why he yelled at me or she yelled at me, or things like that. So when you start having this kind of narrative, when you know that something is not good and maybe this is not something you were taught, or perhaps this is the pattern you've been growing with, that's when you start having this cognitive dissonance. So basically that's what it is, and it's when you're not actually in synchronicity with yourself, with your values, and whatever you're doing. That's why it is so important for us to develop a lot of self-care and especially self-observation, and that will allow us just to be very objective at the moment we are making some things, and not start justifying everyone or everything we do, because we need to recognize when we are actually in the wrong path. So that's all I wanted to share with you. I hope this is very useful. I'm going to be preparing something that will help us just to how to deal with this dissonance and how to cope with it. And just hope you like this information, and with all my love I prepare for you. I just hope to see you very soon, and I send you a lot of kisses.